साई की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति विकास स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते साधु। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So we again welcome all the devotees for this Bhakta program seminar, and today we will deal with the section on Kirtanam. So far we heard about the Shravanam yesterday evening. And today we will discuss on the important subject of Kirtanam, and also during the session we will learn why we have to do Kirtan, what is the meaning of Kirtan, what is the Sankirtan, what is Japa, what is Sankirtan, and the importance of glorifying Krishna, what is the qualification that is required, and what Srila Prabhupada wanted from us, and how we can engage properly in calling out the names of the Lord and in proper mood try to glorify the Lord, and in that way really be in great bliss by engaging in the process of Krishna consciousness by engaging in Kirtanam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikas Swaminiti Namine. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Yes, yesterday we heard the importance of the Shravanam. So when devotee engages in proper Shravanam, when he hears about, that's what yesterday we spoke, that the importance of the Sambandha Jnana, or the who we are, what is our relationship with the Lord, why, what is our connection with this material world, and properly understanding the Sambandha. By proper understanding of Sambandha, we will engage in proper service to the Lord. And then that pure service will actually develop love for Krishna. That's the whole point. Now, the most important aspect in this practice of this Krishna consciousness movement is definitely central focus is to chant the names of Krishna, specifically this chanting of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please turn your back so that not to show back to Srila Prabhupada. This is also one of the training we get in the Bhakta class program. When we sit, we don't show our back to, say, let's say some senior devotee is there, Maharaj is there, or Prabhupada's Murti is there, or deities are there. We don't directly show the back to the to those great personalities. That's a side point. Yes. So this chanting of the Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is we are directly glorifying the Lord. We are directly coming in touch with Krishna, chanting this mantra. It is also, we have to understand, when we say Hari Kirtana, when we say Kirtana, it actually, we are glorifying the Lord by chanting His holy name, His form, His pastimes, and qualities of the Lord. So, specifically, we are engaged in the process of called as the Sankirtana Yagya. Sankirtana. So, like everyone comes together and then we glorify Krishna by chanting His names. And the whole idea of this Kirtana is to please the Lord. So, we are actually calling out to Krishna in a very prayerful mood. We are seeking the Lord for His service. We are asking Krishna, please let me engage in your service. My only intention is to glorify you, please you. So that's the intention of a Kirtan. And also, as I said, so there is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then there is also someone sits and then speaks about Krishna. That is also Kirtana. So primarily it is singing the names of the Lord, but then it's like you have someone speaks about, gives instructions about the Lord's various activities from the scriptures like Bhagavatam, Gita. That is also Kirtana. So Prabhupada says one place, therefore, following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who 500 years ago inaugurated the movement of Sankirtana, Krishna Kirtana, we are trying to introduce this movement according to superior orders all over the world. Now, if the inaugurators of this movement strictly follow the regulative principles and spread this movement for the benefit of all human society, they will certainly usher in a new way of life by re-establishing Sanatana Dharma, the eternal occupational duties of humanity. The eternal occupational duty of the human being is to serve Krishna. Jivere Swarupahoy Krishnere Nityadas. This is the purport of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana means Nitya or eternal, and Krishna Dasa means servant of Krishna. The eternal occupational duty of the human being is to serve Krishna. This is the sum and substance of the Krishna consciousness movement. And Srila Prabhupada in another place he says that, so what the members of the Hare Krishna movement they do? So Srila Prabhupada says, simply by hearing, by attending lectures in the different centers of the Krishna consciousness movement, the topics of Krishna from the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are discussed, they will be purified of their sinful inclination for constant indulgence in illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication and gambling, which have all become prominent in modern days. Thus they can be raised to the status of light, Punya Shravana Kirtanaha, simply by joining the Kirtana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And by hearing about Krishna from Bhagavad Gita, one must be purified, especially if he also takes prasada. So this is all going on in the Krishna consciousness movement. So Srila Prabhupada says in another place, the Lord's holy name is called Shravana Mangala. This means that one receives everything auspicious simply by hearing the holy name. In another place in Srimad Bhagavatam, his holy name is described as Punya Shravana Kirtana. It is a pious act simply to chant and hear all about the Lord. So this is a very powerful process what we are engaged in. So we have our tongue, we have our lips, we are fortunate enough in this human form of life now, we have not become sick, or some of them, they have got inabilities, they can't hear or they can't talk, but by great fortune of the Lord, now we are hale and healthy and we can use our tongue to chant the names of Krishna, and we should do that. So it's a very simple process. Prabhupada says simply chant the names of Krishna and then we can become purified. We can please the Lord like that. So Prabhupada says in another place. So Prabhupada says, in every house, in addition to the singing program, there is an arrangement for Bhagavatam lectures in the evening. Family members, this is one famous quote Prabhupada says, how in a very simple way we can engage in this process of Krishna consciousness and purify ourselves. He says that in the evening, family members sit down, hold Hare Krishna Kirtana, hear narrations from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and enjoy music before going to bed. The atmosphere created by this Sankirtana movement lives in their hearts, and while sleeping, they also dream of the singing and glorification of the Lord. In such a way, perfection of Krishna consciousness can be attained. So the simple process, day we wake up early in the morning, we come for the Mangalarati, we in the association of devotees, we heart with a prayerful mood and with a very humble mood, we understand that we are insignificant servants of the Lord and we try to glorify the Lord. The very first morning, the morning program that we have is we come and offer pranam to Srila Prabhupada and to the Vaishnavas and then to the deities, and then we glorify the Lord by enthusiastically participating in the Kirtanam. So in that way, we call out the Lord helplessly to submit ourselves, surrender ourselves to engage in His service. So Prabhupada again he says, hearing is called Shravana and explaining is called Kirtana. The two processes of Shravana and Kirtana are of primary importance to progressive spiritual life. Only one who has properly grasped the transcendental knowledge from the right source by submissive hearing can properly explain the subject. So that's what we explained. Shravana is so important. Unless we have proper Shravana, unless we properly heard about Krishna and His Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, we cannot properly glorify Him. So it is not some kind of a musical performance where you just come and then just sing. Actually, the whole point of this entire Kirtana is submissive spirit of surrender. So we surrender, we show our expression that we really want to serve the Lord. We really want to please the Lord. We don't want anything else. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exactly sets the mood. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhaktir ahaitukitva. This is what we want. We don't want anything. We don't want money. We don't want followers. We don't want beautiful women behind us. We don't want someone to glorify us with poetic words. We don't want anything else. We don't want all these things. We simply want to engage in Krishna's service. So in that mood, a devotee actually calls out Krishna's name. That's the mood. So, yeah. So I will be hearing here and there reading a lot of quotes so that just to understand the mood in which Srila Prabhupada set the whole process of Krishna consciousness, how we have to do, what we have to do. We need to know very clearly. For us, being Srila Prabhupada Anugas, being the followers of our founder Acharya, we need to know what our founder Acharya is expecting from us. So unless we know that, we will be doing something else. But what's the point? At the end of the day, if we cannot please our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada and the entire parampara, all our efforts are Shrama eva hi kevalam. It doesn't make any sense. So it's very important for us to know what is the standard that Srila Prabhupada has set, what he has given to us in the form of Kirtana. So Srila Prabhupada says, our Krishna consciousness movement is practically based upon music and dancing. Kirtana is our first duty, Srila Prabhupada says in another place. So he says that this we already spoke. Kirtana means alone and Sankirtana means in the assembly of many other devotees. So that's how it is. Now, what's the basic idea? We will just discuss that. So, and also just before we discuss further things, we need to know whatever that we do, we may question, we are chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's the most important stress that we have in our movement is called as the Hare Krishna movement. So we always keep singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So now the scriptures explains Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Iti Sodashakam Namnam Kali Kalmasha Nashana, Nataf Parataropyaha Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So above given 16 words. So what is the effect of chanting these names? It is Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. It destroys all the bad effects of the Kali Yuga. That's one thing. And also another thing is that this is the by analyzing the scriptures and Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate, all the scriptures, the essence is there in the Hare Krishna Mantra. It's called as a Maha Mantra. Of all the mantras, the topmost mantra. So, and who actually gave this? The Supreme Lord Krishna came himself as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He himself showed us how to chant and how to dance and how to be blissful by this process. So the Lord came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Parama Karuna, Pahudui Jana, Nitai Gaura Chandra, Sabhayavatar, Sharo Shiramani, Kevala Ananda Kanda. It's a very blissful process. Very happily, one can engage in this kirtana, one can engage in this dancing, and he can be in great bliss. So, and in the very, what to say, just when we all have this experience. Simply when you come and then participate in this kirtana, it is natural function of the soul to glorify Krishna. So we become really happy, because when we glorify Krishna, when Krishna is pleased, we being his part and parcel, we become pleased. So this is again a very important point. The idea is to please Krishna. So if we have some other motives, so we may not be deriving the proper result. So the purpose is to please Krishna. If we keep this in mind and we keep ourselves focused in chanting the names of the Lord and be absorbed in hearing that, then immediately we will be very happy. So that's the whole point. So that's the whole point. So with respect to kirtan, what's the most important thing? The important thing is to sing with the mood of humility and trying to please Krishna, and all the other things are secondary. So Prabhupada, in one of the letters, he says that to one devotee, he says that there are different styles of kirtan, even this Bengali style of singing and many complicated styles of singing. The Prabhupada makes a very clear point. He says the beginning days. This is from a letter that he wrote in 30 June 1976. Prabhupada says that to introduce more styles is not good. It will become an encumbrance. If you introduce so much emphasis on the style of kirtana, then simply imitation will go on. Devotional emotion is the main thing. If you give stress to instrument and style, then attention will be diverted to the style. That will be spiritual loss. So the whole point is to, with wholeheartedly, call out for Krishna. It could be a simple melody. It could be with kartal and mridanga, simple beats, doesn't matter. But the whole idea is everyone to wholeheartedly participate. The person who is leading, he will call out Krishna's name, the whole Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the devotees will repeat conjointly. And that should be the mood. That's what Srila Prabhupada is saying. So although the kirtan is very spontaneous and joyful, it's not, although we have certain rules and regulations, it's not so rigid that you are just freezed. It's not like that. Very happily and joyfully it is being performed. So that's another important point. So that, as we explained before, we need to keep this in mind. So we may hear so many kirtans, so many cassettes, so many different recordings, many things. But the whole point is that as members of ISKCON, as followers of Srila Prabhupada, we need to know what is it that standard that Srila Prabhupada has given. Because we have to understand Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee of the Lord. And who can please the Lord the best way than Srila Prabhupada? That we need to know. So then whatever standards that is given by Srila Prabhupada, if we follow that, that is the most pleasing thing. And that is the norm that we need to follow as his servants. So this is what is being, Srila Prabhupada says elsewhere. He says this is in, So specifically, we being the followers of following the sadhana bhakti, we need to know what our parampara is expecting and we need to follow that. Specifically, there may be so many different styles, but the style that what Srila Prabhupada has given us, that's the most important thing. And the purpose of the kirtan also, the true spirit of kirtan is to help us ourselves absorbed in the holy name. So the transcendental sound vibration, we try to hear. That's the whole thing. So like yesterday we were discussing, let it be reading Srila Prabhupada's books, it could be japa, it can be kirtana, or any service that we perform. We need to be absorbed ourselves. Absorbed ourselves means we need to pay attention. We need to be completely attentive. We should not, talk something or put our mind somewhere else. So that's the whole point. That's the whole key. And immediately we will get into it. We will immediately be absorbed and immediately will be happy by that. So this should be the general mood, and also we have to remember what is the meaning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, right? Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you don't understand the meaning, then the whole purpose is lost. So when we chant Krishna's name, even for japa also the same philosophy works. So when we chant japa, what are we asking? We are asking Krishna, please engage me in your service, right? Oh my dear Lord, so through his internal potency, through Srimati Radharani, we are requesting the Lord. Now we are engaged in material service, but we have to engage ourselves in spiritual service to please Krishna. So that we ask through his internal potency. So we call Hare Krishna. So we approach through their pure devotee. So we approach through Srimati Radharani. We beg for service. That's in a prayerful mood we call out for Krishna. So this is the mood. So that's why this central point is there, is of prayerful, and with humility we approach and we call out the Lord's name. So that's the whole thing. So that's why, so when we try to do a showy kirtana, or we try to show our expertise in music, or we try to show how great we are, it becomes nishphalam. It's not very pleasing. See, one very important point we need to understand, we don't have to become professional musicians or professional performers. Srila Prabhupada many times he said, it could be a simple chant, it could be the whole mood is to in a humble way call out Krishna's name. That's the whole thing, and that will be very pleasing for the Lord. So somebody may have musical abilities, but that can be used in Krishna's service. We will discuss about that. It's not that totally other things are rejected, but as sadhakas, what we need to do, we have to understand the mood, and also there are certain melodies that we sing. We sing in certain pitch, we follow certain rhythm. All those things are there. We are specifically in the sadhana bhakti stage. We need to follow all these things. We are not raganuga bhaktas. That just call out for Krishna in any mood, in whatever way we want. That's why the standard that Srila Prabhupada has given as a sadhakas, if we follow that, we are on a very safe path and in a protective path, and then in that way we will be able to please Krishna. So that's the whole point. And just to speak about that further, we need to know, so when we perform kirtan, simple kirtan, what is our mood? We also, the thing is that we do not directly sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we know in our Krishna conscious philosophy that whatever that we do, first we approach through the bona fide spiritual master, right? We don't directly approach Krishna. So who are we? So Krishna is approached through his pure devotees. So first thing what we do, we chant the Srila Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. So any bhajans, any kirtan, any program, first we offer our obeisances to the spiritual master, and then to our founder Acharya. That's how we do it. So any kirtan, we first chant the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra, and then we chant the Panchatattva Mantra 3 times, and then we sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that should be the mood. Not that we just directly sing Hare Krishna. So that's not the proper attitude. That's our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada himself has set this standard. So we need to follow that. So that sets the proper mood and how we approach and lead the kirtan. So we before going to discuss other things, we will also try to understand that that there are certain in our day-to-day program. In the morning we start with Mangala Arati, and then we have Narasimha Stuti, then Tulasi Puja, then we have Guru Puja, then evening we have the Gaura Arati and like that. So Srila Prabhupada from the early days then gradually set the standard that he was very specific that certain melodies are sung in certain times. So there are reasons for that. So there is a big theory behind the music, because certain specific melodies create certain moods, and according to those the moods we try to please the Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada specifically, so it is a big science. We are in this class we are not going to discuss too much into the details of it, but at least for us, for practicing devotees, we need to know what is that standard that Srila Prabhupada gave in the morning Mangala Arati. Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Ashtaka, he said the Guru Ashtaka in one particular melody. Then so we simply stick to it. And then the evening Gaura Arati he gave in a specific melody. So we follow those melodies and not introduce our own style of tunes and then try to create some new sampradayas. So again, coming back to the basics. So the whole point is that it may appear attractive to us or to anybody, but that's not Srila Prabhupada wanted. That's not pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. And we can see whatever Srila Prabhupada did, he did based on Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So this specific melodies, that also what he said, so that is according to the scriptures that he set the standard. So so then the Samsara prayers, so he sung in a very specific melody that every day that we sing. Now one very important thing I'd like to remind devotees, that I highly recommend devotees to hear Srila Prabhupada's bhajans. There are whole collections of his bhajans, and his way of leading, his mood, his calling out to Krishna very prayerfully. We can see the intense devotion that he exhibited. So, and you can hear Prabhupada singing the Samsara prayers. So there is one particular melody that Srila Prabhupada sings. He sings, I'm just singing the one or two lines just to know in what way that we sing the Guru Ashtaka. He says, Samsara dhava nalla lida loka tranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam. So very slowly and in a particular pitch, Prabhupada sings this melody. So we don't introduce some other new melody in the morning time, but nowadays in ISKCON, in many places, so many new melodies they are singing. But Srila Prabhupada was not pleased with that. He has become, many times he has stopped it. Personally, he trained Harikesh Maharaj. Many devotees he trained. What's the melody he wanted to sing? So you can hear Prabhupada how he is singing this morning melody, and we stick to that. And also after the morning melody, so he sings we sing the Panchatattva in the same melody. We don't sing change the melody. The Panchatattva mantra also we sing in the same melody 3 times. And then we sing the Hare Krishna mantra. And the Hare Krishna also, we sing two melodies we sing. And then we don't introduce any other new kirtanas there, new mantras, new chants. We simply stick to the basic melody that what Srila Prabhupada has given. So this is very important for us to follow. And immediately we are right in the morning, beginning Guru Ashtaka. When we sing the Guru Ashtaka, everyone participates. It's again a very important thing. The devotee, he leads the kirtan, and all the devotees together we repeat actually. And what is the point? While repeating, we are immediately into the kirtan, and so much purification happens. And immediately we can see from our mundane consciousness, we are raised to the transcendental platform. So that's the thing that we need to do. That's very important. So then Srila Prabhupada in his Kirtanas, Prabhupada specifically set the standard that our whole, whenever we do Kirtan, the main emphasis that we do in our Kirtan is chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Srila Prabhupada says in one of the letters, he says, in our temple, strictly the Hare Krishna chanting should be given more importance. There is no harm in this mantra you have heard, but it is not very important. He is writing to one devotee that there are so many Vedic chants, so many different mantras are there. Some of them are prescribed in the scriptures also, but specifically we being followers of the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, the Hare Krishna movement as given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, specifically coming under we are following Srila Prabhupada's footsteps. So the stress is given to chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So there are many such common songs composed by common devotees out of sentiment, but our principle is to stick to the authorities and always remember that Hare Krishna is the prime authorized mantra. So this is from a letter that Srila Prabhupada gave in 28 Jan 1969. And then there are many, while when we are singing the Hare Krishna, we could, there are several things that are being gradually, that is in the, after Srila Prabhupada, and so many things were introduced. During Srila Prabhupada's times also, some things were introduced and Srila Prabhupada corrected many things. So just for us to know, few things we will discuss today. So one is that during the Kirtana, we don't sing so many jayas. Generally, there are, we have some presiding deities are there. So they may sing at the conclusion of the Kirtana, they may call out jaya, particular deities. But then Srila Prabhupada also, many times we saw, he ended the Kirtana with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is one standard Srila Prabhupada often followed. We could see in many of the Kirtanas that he led, early days Kirtana. So that's how Srila Prabhupada sang. And one thing, the GBC themselves banned it, singing Jaya Radhe. So we don't do that. Because the point is that, of course, there is calling out Srimati Radharani's name. There's nothing wrong. But Srila Prabhupada himself didn't do it. And we can see in the Bhagavatam also that the name was not very explicitly mentioned. Shukadeva Goswami also very carefully handles it. Now, Aradhana word is there. From there, the Srimati Radharani's name is hidden in the Bhagavatam. Why? Just for to be very safe. It's not so cheap to call out her name. We need to be very much purified. And Srila Prabhupada for us, he always set the standard of chanting the Hare Krishna. So we need to know that. But nowadays it's become very common to, in every kirtan, to call out Jai Radhe and like that. But Srila Prabhupada was not, he never encouraged that. So better for us to stick to what Srila Prabhupada has given. That's the ideal standard. So that's one thing. And then sometimes we see in the kirtans, they just introduce, in Prabhupada set this standard. He said Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. That's how he finally kept that as a standard. But then some of them they introduced Bhaja, and then sometimes they introduced Bolo. So Prabhupada was not happy with it. Sometimes he stopped kirtanas. He used to send his secretaries and then stop the kirtana that go, and then why he is introducing something new. So we simply stick to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When we sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we just sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There is no add-ons. We don't add anything before singing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's one important thing. And then also sometimes you may say oh, ooh, ah, all those things sometimes we may add, but that's not the standard thing. We don't do all those things in Kirtan. Again, as I said, that it's not some performance that we are doing. So our mood is we want to please Krishna. So this is the primary mood when we come and then do Kirtana. We don't want to please the public. We don't want to please some guests. We don't want to please some politician. Our idea is to please this, please Srila Prabhupada, please Krishna. In that way, the entire, the whole parampara, everybody will be pleased by that. That's the whole point. So we don't have to attract anybody. So that's the whole thing. So to do that, we don't have to do any fancy things. Simply stick to the simple process by which Srila Prabhupada gave. And it is very attractive. It is very powerful because the names of Krishna itself is very powerful. Chanting the names of Krishna. And that it comes in parampara. So we should be very fortunate to even participate in this, to sing the names. And we need to have that faith that it worked. That's how that the whole movement spread. Srila Prabhupada stuck to this simple Kirtana style and simply out of great devotion calling out to Krishna. And it worked wonders. So it's like that. And then also Prabhupada, maybe many of you may not know, but if you go to Puri or Vrindavan, or sometimes we may hear some new chants just to say Srila Prabhupada has mentioned many times. So sometimes they sing this Nitai Gaur Radhe Shyam Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. So those who came recently to Puri, you might have seen in Haridas Thakur Samadhi. Some of them might have been chanting this, but it's not an authorized mantra. It's a apasampradayic mantra. We don't chant that. And sometimes for musical effects, you can see in some temples they will be singing Nitai, 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 Gauranga. We don't chant it for our devotees. Many of the devotees, we do not know that, but I'm just clarifying with you that we don't chant it. It's not all authorized mantras. Again, apasampradayic mantras. And then sometimes we see what happens is that they introduce many new things. Like they in the Jayas, in the name of Jaya, so many things. Jaya Vrindai Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Vrindai Devi, Jaya Tulsi Maharani. Here we don't sing. In some temples they sing. So Maharaj he explained that either you just sing Jaya Vrindai Devi and then you complete, or Jaya Tulsi Maharani. This is called as a permutations combinations. So there is no end to it. We can mix so many things. We can bring in so many names. So, but in the early days, you can hear many of the kirtans. They don't sing so many Jayas. So we don't do that. And then also sometimes we see this. This also is a very common thing. Prabhupada never encouraged it. So much of Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. We don't sing that. So Prabhupada, and then Jaya Jagat Guru, Srila Prabhupada was also not. We can see some of the Mayavadis were chanting it. So Srila Prabhupada also did not encourage that. So that's one thing. And so basically our kirtan comprises of as I said, we have the Prabhupada Pranam mantra, we have the Panchatattva mantra, and then basically the Hare Krishna mantra. We stick to it. That's the thing. And then we sing one other. We will discuss about that. When we sing. We don't want to sing many complicated melodies. You understand? Complicated melodies means specifically simple melodies where all can participate. Everybody can easily repeat. So the idea is for us to, we want everyone to participate in the kirtan. And many of the kirtans we see that Srila Prabhupada has sung and many of his followers that who have set the standards, that we have to keep it a little simple so that everyone can follow, not too many complicated melodies when so many public is there, and specifically public programs. The idea is to encourage devotees to sing, not that we show our musical expertise and then people just watch. So that's not the whole purpose of our program. So we should keep in mind, and we have to stick to the same mood. That's the whole point. And so apart from this, in Kirtana, apart from singing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we also have authorized Vaishnavacharya songs. So that also Srila Prabhupada, many recordings he has done of many bona fide Vaishnavacharya songs, and he himself has sung it. And also, we can, apart from the main Kirtanas that we have, the main program is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And these bhajans are also being sung. Srila Prabhupada in one of the, what was that? In one of the lectures he speaks about it. He says that when we offer our prayers to Krishna, they are not ordinary words. Therefore, those who are not liberated souls, they cannot actually offer prayers. We have to repeat the prayers offered by liberated souls, not by an ordinary man, because he is not at Uttama. He is not at on the transcendental platform. Therefore, we don't allow songs which are not sung by liberated souls like Bhakti Vinod Thakur or Narottama Das Thakur. The point is that there are in all the regional languages, and many times we can also compose some songs, but we have still not completely purified. As Srila Prabhupada says, we are not in that complete transcendental platform. We are not completely purified from the modes of the three nature. So it's better to sing the songs that is given by our bona fide acharyas who are in parampara. So Srila Prabhupada says songs of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, songs of Srila Narottama Das Thakur, songs of Lochan Das Thakur, like that. So these are, so for us specifically as bhaktas, new devotees, if we can learn some of the songs that is given in our standard songs of the Vaishnavacharyas published by the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. So there are many basic songs are there, and these songs are very powerful songs. Like the other day we heard Srila Prabhupada was speaking to Yamuna Mataji. So these are like, you do not know the meaning of these songs. These are like thunderbolts. Just the songs. Those is, when there is a thunderbolt, you may, even a simple Prabhupada says, even a simple village man will understand about it. So it really hits the heart. So like these songs of these great acharyas, so if we just sing with proper, if we know the meaning, it's really the best. And then we sing, and when we hear, it is so purifying. There is in one place, Srila Prabhupada says that these Vaishnavacharya songs are also have the same effect as the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Prabhupada says in one other place. And specifically to sing authorized songs. That's why we don't try to sing. There may be some in the local language or local tradition. Many songs will be there, but we do not know how many songs are very pure. There is always mixture of Mayavad. So that is why we want to be very safe. So we don't sing some new chants. Well, there are other devotees and other sampradayas also, pure songs are there. But simply as we said that our point is to stick to what Srila Prabhupada has given us. Srila Prabhupada also, one place he said that now in ISKCON, during Prabhupada's time also, there is a chanting of this Hari Bol, at the end. Sometimes Kirtanas are finished with Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Prabhupada, during Prabhupada's time they did it. But when they overemphasized it, one Kirtan Prabhupada was there, so too much they were singing this Hari Bol. They went on singing Hari Bol, and Prabhupada said that, let them sing this Hari Bol. I will chant Hare Krishna and go back to Godhead, Prabhupada said. So again, emphasizing the point, the stress is too much on chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, not too much into Hari Bol and so many other new chants. And also, there may be in the local places and other places, there may be some songs which may be very popular, cinema songs. Sometimes we see in some temples that are being played or sung by some professional singers that are being played. But that should not be done, because as we said, Kirtana means it should be done with pure heart. Pure heart means a devotee he should be surrendered, he should follow the 4 regulative principles, he himself should engage in service, he should chant the names of the Lord, he should honor only prasada. All the tenets of pure devotional service he should follow. And then when such devotees lead kirtan and then sung, that is very purifying. That's what we need to do. So that's why we don't want to hear from some professionals, hear from, it may be many commercial songs. We don't want to follow those things. That will not give us the desired effect. Oh, here is that quote. So Prabhupada says that, one devotee is asking, is chanting Vaishnava songs on an equal level with Mahamantra? Prabhupada says, yes. But first of all, understand what is a Mahamantra. Hey Krishna, Hare Krishna, oh the energy of Krishna, please accept me. This is the prayer. This is addressing, Hey Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hara, please now I am engaged in the material service. Kindly accept me in your service. This is the meaning of Hare Krishna. So a relationship, requesting something. So all these songs are like that. Requesting relationship. Therefore they are the same. You understand? So if you can see in all the Vaishnavacharya songs also, there is always a request, please, Das Anudas, please engage me in your service. Birth after birth, I want to please you. I don't want anything else. So like that. So that's the mood. So when, just to share, when first time when I came to ISKCON, I just, it was in Chennai, I saw, so one of my friend, he thought there'll be nice musical performance there. So you just come, and so we saw almost 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they were again and again singing only the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I was just surprised, amazing. Oh, same mantra again and again. Why not something else? All these ideas were there at the beginning. And then when we are reading Srila Prabhupada's books, and understand the importance of chanting Krishna's name, the bona fide chant of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it made a lot of sense. And it was really amazing how devotees went on and on singing the Hare Krishna Mantra. And we hear, that Krishna's name and the person Krishna, it's not different. So in the beginning stage, we don't have the realization. As a devotee, more and more absorbs in chanting Krishna's name, then we will be able to gradually, as he gets purified, he will realize. So that's why Srila Prabhupada said that, you may chant some other names, but that is the material sound. But this chanting of the Hare Krishna is actually on the transcendental platform. By chanting Hare Krishna, directly we come in touch with Krishna. That's the whole point. And also, this is also another thing that we can learn. So let's say we are going to sing many Vaishnava Acharya songs. So there is a system by which we sing. System means simple system that, as we said, in any kirtan, we first glorify our founder Acharya, and then we offer our pranams to the Panchatattva, and then we sing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Similarly, the Gaudiya Vaishnava bhajans also, what we do is we sing, first we chant songs glorifying the spiritual master, then we again sing some songs glorifying the Vaishnavas, and then we actually sing the songs on Lord Nityananda, and then we sing songs about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then we approach Radha Krishna. So that's how the Acharyas have trained us. So how we have to do the bhajans. And then another important thing is also we need to know, so that this Kirtana, all those things should not be done for money. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has also warned about it. He said that, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that the professional bhajana singers are chanting money. They are not chanting Krishna. So it may appear to chant like they are chanting Hare Krishna, but when it is for money, everything is lost. That's why that now we know many Kirtan Mela performance is there. I don't know, I heard something like that some of them, we have to be paid for doing the kirtans. That there's some specific kirtaniyas, specific charge is there, but that should never be the mood. Kirtan is not done for any expectation. It is just done for glorifying the Lord. So then the whole purpose is lost. So what is the mood? We are simply meant to please Krishna, not for anything else. So then the point is that even there may be professional musicians where it may be musically appealing, but actually spiritually it's dead. What's the point? There is no use of such a kind of a kirtana. So that we need to understand. So that's why when we say sometimes we may think that, in ISKCON we go, in temple they're always singing, don't hear this kirtan, that kirtan, why they're restricting us. That's the whole point. There's a spiritual potency. That's what is very important. So if we hear from so many different people, someone will sing Kali Kirtan, Shiva Kirtan, there is one professional singer, he sings everything. He says that all are one, everything is one, Krishna is not real. What is the point of hearing? He may call himself as Krishna Das, but he does not understand the philosophy of what Krishna has given. We are eternal servant of Krishna, and Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are meant to please Krishna, we have to glorify Krishna. If that is not done, if everything is put into khichdi, what's the point? So we should never give oral reception to that. Like yesterday we discussed that point, no? Avaishnava mukha udgirnam putam harikatamritam. You have to remember that. It is like the milk being touched by the serpent. So one need to be very, very careful from whom we are hearing. So that also we need to be very careful about. And also in the kirtans there is another thing. There is something called akaras. Akaras means, like you say, you just add some things in there. Like for example, we are leading Gaurarti. In the Gaurarti there are these akaras. What is that? Shankha bhaje, ganto bhaje, madur 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 bhaje. So these akaras are the little fillers. Not that the akaras become the main kirtan. And also sometimes you may in the kirtan you may, as we said, there's no need to prolong so much. Hari, just go on and on and on like that. Prabhupada never encourage these things. That's what it. Keep it simple, and then so that people can repeat. So all this, if you just start doing, and you can see, that those who have gone to Mayapur and other places, sometimes we see there are so many professional musicians are there, and what they do is they sing so many complicated melodies. But then there is also there is a Gaudiya style of kirtan, how Narottama Das Thakur, Shyamananda Prabhu, all those styles are there, but those styles are almost lost. Very few devotees who sing that. But then the whole purpose, if we start imitating them, we will be lost. So unspecifically Prabhupada did not encourage such things. So so we need to be very careful not to too much prolong, too much stress. Then it's a whole science. We don't have much time. So much can be discussed about that. But we are just discussing the principle that not to extend the kirtan too much, extend the mantras too long, and in that lose the spirit. So that's the whole point. Yeah. No, so now this is one aspect of it. Then another important aspect of that aspect of the kirtan program is that our enthusiasm. This is so important. Right? In any program, enthusiasm is very much required. So when we come, we should. Srila Prabhupada said. So in one place he says that our only life and soul is kirtana. This is from. This is from one letter that Srila Prabhupada wrote in 1968. So he said that we can forget all our difficulties. Srila Prabhupada says that. So long our kirtana is all right, there is no difficulty at all. If you do proper kirtan, because it's very powerful surcharged process, completely purifying. We may have so many difficulties, so many problems, this problem, that problem. So anybody who comes and sits and hears about Krishna, he engages in kirtana, immediately he is just freed from all the mental speculation, mental hovering, roaming around, immediately absorption in kirtan. Very, very powerful purifying process. So that's the whole point. So in fact, every kirtan, it could be a simple house program, it could be a simple Gaurarti, it could be a Mangalarti, it could be a Guru Puja, or simply 5 devotees sit and then sing. Any kirtan can be a very vibrant kirtan. Could be a kirtan with full joy and full participation, because it's pure devotional service. We are calling out Krishna, and even it could be 2 devotees, 3 devotees, 4 devotees. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to know some expert mridanga playing or expert kartal playing. Simple melody. You can immediately get into it if we sing with full heart and everybody participates. So that's the whole thing. We need to participate. We need to absorb ourselves. So that's why we see when devotees are doing kirtan, devotees don't talk in between. We don't gossip something. We don't have some big discussions. But the whole point is that we completely participate. We are into it. And then the devotee who is leading, he is surcharged. The devotees who are participating, they are surcharged. And the whole kirtan becomes very lively. And so, as we explained before, the idea is to please the Lord. And when all the devotees are in this mood, the whole atmosphere is very vibrant. And any person who walks in, he is immediately hit by that. And we can see early days, many devotees who joined the movement, we can see they are hit by those devotees who went on street Sankirtan. They say, very many times you can see the memories. They say, we were there, we were seeing devotees, kirtan, and somehow it was very powerful, it attracted. Which is, I also want to go and then join them. I also want to dedicate my life. Many people had this experience. Why? Because Kirtana is so powerful. So when the devotee is pure and when he's leading and when the whole devotees are surcharged, it attracts. Because Krishna is all attractive, His holy name is all attractive and it's very powerful. So we have to be very enthusiastic while leading Kirtan. So that's why. While leading Kirtan or while participating in Kirtan, that's the whole point. Just few quotes on that. Yeah, and also, these understandings very much help, Krishna's holy name is non-different from Krishna. So a devotee meditates on that, and when he's singing, when we sing in front of the deities are present, the Lord is present, he's hearing. So we need to have that consciousness. So see, Shravanam, how much it is important. Regularly we read, regularly we hear from advanced devotees, regularly we hear from Srila Prabhupada, so our consciousness is very much better. So we are aware of all this. At least theoretically we are very much aware. And gradually as we practice, we purify. That's why, when you go on Harinam also, what's the most important thing? Not look at somewhere, look at billboards or look at something, talk in between. Or most important activity, sometimes what they do, they try to squeeze their rounds during in the Harina Nagar Sankirtan. But there we are out in the street, we are trying to spread the holy names of the Lord. We want everyone to hear. So we have to put our full heart and then we have to sing. And then devotees go out and distribute books. So it's a whole combined effort, There is a group of devotees with full heart singing. And there are a group of devotees who are distributing Prabhupada's books. And people become inspired. And we all have this experience. Specifically book distribution done with Kirtan, what effect it has. And people, they just are very happy to see when Krishna's name is chanted very loudly. And it is creating such an atmosphere, the whole Kali is influenced by ignorance. When we go out and sing the names of Krishna, people hear. And also everyone is getting benefited, right? When we go out on Harina, what happens? Many public, many simple people, those who are sick, everyone who won't even come to temple, they get an opportunity to hear about Krishna. And also there are plants, trees, everyone hear the holy name. So the most auspicious activity. So Srila Prabhupada always in the early days, so much of this Harinam Sankirtan program was performed. Devotees will go out, they'll perform Kirtan for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. So if we have the more the devotees we have, we need to have more programs of this Nagar Sankirtan. It's very pleasing to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he did this. So it's good, devotees go out. At least we have for now once a week. Every Saturday mornings we are going out. So many devotees can come and participate. And like that. So another thing is also there. We sit in and do bhajans. So that is also there. Equally we are we are in the preaching movement. So we go out and then participate in this Kirtan. So that's very important. So this is, we can see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself very jubilantly participated in the Kirtan. He himself showed, as long as the devotees remained at Jagannath Puri with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the pastime of Sankirtana was performed with great jubilation every day. So every day the Kirtan will be like a big festival. Every Kirtan was like that. So Kalikale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar Nama Haite Haye Sarva Jagata Nishtar. So this is the powerful. So we need to know what we are doing is the most powerful process. When we are personally convinced, we will be also very happy and then we will be engaged in such enthusiastic service outside. So that's the whole key point there. And also, it's good to regularly read about the glories of the holy name. So we have a nice book compiled. I don't know, some of the devotees may be aware, some of them have read it. Those who have not read it, you can also read this book called Sri Namamrita, where there are so many quotes from Srila Prabhupada's purports in the Bhagavatam from various books, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and many other authorized quotes are given in that. It's good for us to regularly, that helps us to bring our mind back to chanting the names with good consciousness. That's very important. So this is the point. This is how our kirtana should comprise. Purity is the force behind good kirtana. Musical arrangements are incidental. However, having nice music is important because Krishna likes it and it is the nature of the soul to enjoy. So the point is that yes, it's not that now we spoke so much on the mood with which kirtana has to be done. At the same time, it should not be very whimsically performed. So we have a beat, we have a rhythm, and we have a pitch. So as much as possible, we have to stick to it so that the kirtana is pleasing. So it's a simple philosophy like this, So we may be very enthusiastic, we may be very sincere to cook. So you go to the kitchen and then what do we do? So we want to make say pongal or something. So okay, I put rice, I put some whatever proportion of moong dal, and I put black pepper, whatever I want I put, and I put lots and lots of ghee, and then I make a preparation and then I offer it to Krishna. So you may call it pongal, but something else may come out. Okay. So we need to know it's also we need to learn the art of how to cook, and sincerity means there is also a subject of learning how to do it properly and nicely. So that's also Kirtan also like that, even the basics. So we need to learn from Prabhupada and his followers. So what is the simple way by which we do and how we do? So learn. So we may be very enthusiastic. So sometimes we may be totally out of beat. Kartal will be out of beat, or our singing will be completely, or we will never be with the pitch. The devotee will sing in one pitch, we will repeat in another pitch. So if we have maybe some of the devotees may not have the musical sense, but nevertheless still we can participate in Kirtan. Maybe we can be at little distance. Maybe we need not be so much loud. So all those some basic things we need to learn. So that's quite an important. So this here, Srila Prabhupada in one place he says, in one room conversation he says that we have to see the melody, whether it is going on nicely, but that is not good. Our concentration should be hearing Hare Krishna. That is bhakti. So that is also there. That's again you see the emphasis. So this cannot also be completely given up, but the central point is the mood of devotion. That should not be given up. Again, it's a nice quote. I'll just remind, because these are all very important bhakti points we need to remember. Srila Prabhupada in one letter he says, the principle of chanting is to glorify the Lord and not to attract a crowd. If Krishna hears nicely, then he will ask some sincere devotees to gather in such a place. See this. What an amazing thing. We don't have to worry, the youngsters, they are more attracted to music, they will not come. This is the whole key. You don't have to bring in some fancy instruments, some fancy melodies, or from some Bollywood movies. You don't have to pick up some specific tunes and put, so that it will create some specific mood. See what Srila Prabhupada says here. He says, if Krishna hears nicely, then he will ask some sincere devotees to gather in such a place. And any proof for that, Srila Prabhupada himself did in Tompkins Square Park. He was very sincerely and loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Simple melody, did not have many instruments also. People gathered one after the other. And we may say that was Prabhupada. But Prabhupada himself is saying, you just follow the regulatory principles, be sincere, be pure, and then call out Krishna's name. And we need to have faith. Definitely this will work. We don't have to try we don't have some new innovations. Then the whole program will be spoiled. And Srila Prabhupada said that, of course, for those, that's why in the beginning I said that many of nowadays devotees, many of them don't have experience. They do not hear many of Prabhupada's Kirtans, Prabhupada's bhajans. But Prabhupada's bhajans and Kirtans, they're really out of the world. And specifically his singing, his chanting, you can see it's Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana. You understand that this is direct sound coming from Goloka. So it's good, devotees regularly hear that. So I will just take a little extra time today, because just to cover a few things, so that we don't cover many of the basic aspects. Again, having said about the other things, Prabhupada also in another letter he says that perform Kirtana very rhythmically and melodiously. So that's what Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada, whenever Kirtan was too much of amplification of mic, sound and heavy banging of kartals and mridangas, Srila Prabhupada few times he called his devotees separately. He showed how the Kirtan should be. He personally sang, and then he showed how the accompaniment of kartals, how the mridanga should be taken care. Sometimes when we are completely carried away, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is hardly heard, but the banging of the instruments and the kartals and the wampus, and person, what is being sung also you cannot heard. We all have experience here sometimes, not sometimes, many times. And the amplifier, the sound, volume has to be reduced, and everything has to be done. So it has to be, so again, Krishna is there, Prabhupada is there, personality is there. And also there are also bad effects. If too much of sound, it also your eardrum is gone. You may not be on a longer run able to hear the Hare Krishna mantra. It will be lost. So we need to be careful. Enthusiasm is good, but too much of enthusiasm will spoil the whole program. So we need to be careful. So there's one amazing incident that happened. The showy Kirtana is no need, Then we have in a very amazing professional way try to elongate and then try to sing, and then we have some 4-5 mridanga players, and then he shows sign. So like that, there was one performance that happened, but Srila Prabhupada, he said, at one of the ISKCON international festivals in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada rejected the singing of one of his disciples. The devotee had previously been a singer in a band, and his kirtanas were very much appreciated by some devotees, especially those from his home temple. But when with showy professionalism, he began leading the Guru Puja in Prabhupada's presence, making the tune sound like a rock and roll ballad, Prabhupada didn't like it. He shook his head and indicated that someone else lead. The great Kirtana singer was devastated by the rejection, another form of Prabhupada's mercy. So that's the point. We don't have to do some showy Kirtan. This quote is from Prabhupada Nectar. Srila Satsvarup Maharaj, he just gave that. So this is picked up from there. So Prabhupada says in one place, he said, humility is the true mood of Kirtan. I never chanted and danced to make an artificial show. I dance and chant because I firmly believe in the words of my spiritual master. I deserve very little credit for these activities of chanting and dancing, for they are being done automatically by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So yeah, this is also another aspect. So we maybe in some other class, when we see some practical things, we will discuss this. Dancing should be very gracious. So we know this Srila Prabhupada's Swami step is there, and we will do that after some time. In some other practical things we discuss, we will do that. So Prabhupada's Swami step, and then we don't have to dance in sensually just to attract someone and like that. And also Kirtan, we don't want to. We are performing Kirtan not to attract the opposite sex. This is another important thing. So the basic thing has been said. The idea is to please the deities. That's why we do Kirtan. And it becomes very offensive when you try to please others and there is no end to it. And you become completely lost if you try to perform Kirtan like that. So that's also you need to understand. So that's some of the basics that we discussed. Yeah. So another thing, if we are sick and we are not well, we can go and sit behind and like that. Otherwise, it's good to be in the kirtan and dance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself set that standard. He himself danced very enthusiastically, and then also we can see Srila Prabhupada even in that old age. Many times he in the Rath Yatra Kirtans and other places he himself danced, and also he himself very enthusiastically sometimes showed up and down jumping. And you can hear the Prabhupada memories how Madhudvisha at that time, how Madhudvisha Prabhu, he was sharing how when they first heard how Prabhupada showed up and down jumping, and then it was like a wild fire was spreading. They heard, Prabhupada jumped, he showed, and then they heard in other temples everywhere they were also dancing like that. So that's the bliss of Krishna consciousness. We very happily come and participate in Kirtan, we dance, and then we forget about everything by that. And then we can, that experience, like we heard, at the beginning, that even when we just participate in such Kirtans with full heart, and then what happens when we go to rest? Sometimes some devotees have this experience. Even we may be very, beginning practitioners of Krishna consciousness, and we all have this experience. Sometimes ourselves without knowing, we will be singing Hare Krishna, we may be lying down, but that's the effect actually. That's a very powerful process. So sometimes when we are rest, I've seen some of the one or two Gurukul boys when they were very young, when they came, sometimes they were discussing, sometimes when they are sleeping, sometimes they sing Hare Krishna. So this is the effect. That's what we want. At the end of the day, we want to remember Krishna. We want to sing Hare Krishna. So the more we engage, the more, and all the anarthas and so many other bad givings, everything will be gone. So that's the whole point. So I'll just stop here. More can be discussed. But these are some of the basics that we need to know. And there's some other practical aspects, specific, what are the pronunciations, and also some melodies, how the Gaurarti, how the Mangalarti goes. Maybe we will have it in some other sessions where we discuss some other practical things. So before I just wind up in a couple of minutes, any questions or any comments or anything? Yes, Mataji. Yes. Yes, okay, please. Okay. The idea is that that this whole performance, the whole point of performing. Okay, the question is why if the just kirtan performance are being done, if the person is doing kirtan and his livelihood is just by performing kirtan, so he is getting some remuneration for that. What is wrong in that? He doesn't do anything else. He does only kirtan. But then from the principle of pure devotional service, we don't encourage this. The idea is that the whatever that we do, we don't have anything else. We don't expect anything for our performance of pure devotional service. It's not that on the first hand we demand. So this is what is my charge. This is what I do. This is the what to say. This is the flight in which I will come. This is the particular this kind of accommodation that to be given. These are all not in the principles of pure devotional service also. So not in the principles of pure devotional service. So we reject these kind of ideas. So, and it sets a very bad mood also. So for the devotees to do something like that, and it's not pleasing. So we don't do that. What's the second question? Yeah, so that's the point that that the question is the professional singers, they also sing many melodies, many bhajans. So can we use those melodies and then can we sing in the kirtan, all those things. So the point is that we need to be there are many commercial chants also. Many commercial chants means there are many songs which are commercially popular in some film songs or in some which has become very commercial. So what is right, what is not right, that requires discrimination. We need to really hear from someone who is authorized. So better to stick to many basics as that we hear from Srila Prabhupada and his followers, but then many new introduction. So we need to really get to know it from some authorized devotees. Otherwise, there are a lot of chances for deviation. So we need to be careful. Yes. So that's the point. So is it okay to sing bhajans of the other sampradayas? So no, as from what we understand from Srila Prabhupada's teachings, we stick to the songs of the Vaishnava Acharyas in our sampradaya, and yeah, just better to stick to that and follow that. And it's not complete an offense. So to sing some song of, for example, we have the Adaram Maduram song of the Vallabhacharya and like that. But that's what. So generally speaking, better to stick to the songs that is given in our Sampradaya by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Radhamohan Thakur and Lochan Das Thakur. And yeah, to sing some other song which is very authorized, we need to really get the guidance of some bona fide devotees. So then we are in a safe path. Otherwise, from whatever that we heard from Srila Prabhupada, better to stick to what Srila Prabhupada has given us. That's the most safe path. Anything else? Yes, Prabhu. Yes, 1 minute. Yes.
Regarding Mataji's first question.
Yes.
Prabhupada very heavily criticized about the professional Bhagavatam reciters. If Kirtan is done with professionally with money for money intention, it becomes same thing. It's not accepted.
Yes, it's a very good point.
Particularly Kirtan.
Prabhupada never encourages professional Bhagavatam reciters who just get paid for that. Yeah, so many lectures, so many conversations we can see. Prabhupada never encouraged that. Yes, that's true. It's a very good point. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Some devotees say that, like some devotees, they use various musical instruments like guitar and violin also, and they say since everything is energy of Krishna, so it's like Yukt Vairagya. We can use it in service of Krishna. So what can we answer to
Yeah, in the beginning you can see Srila Prabhupada, there are, sometimes somebody comes with different instruments, Prabhupada encouraged, but then Prabhupada set the standard. Kirtan means mridanga, kol and kartalas. That's how the Kirtan was done. And that's what standard Srila Prabhupada did. He himself did it, and then that's what Srila Prabhupada did. There may be so many other things could be included and so many things, but this is the standard Srila Prabhupada has given, so it's better to stick to that. So yeah, there may be so many instruments which are nowadays that is being used, but better to stick to what Srila Prabhupada has given us, and simple program that we do. That's the whole thing. And from time, place, situation, sometimes to encourage some devotee, somebody may do, but as in a program in a temple, the standard system that we follow, simply use mridanga and kartals. And then also when we go for Harinam, many things are also being introduced these days, right? What is that? Jumbo, bumbo, many things they use, and many other, so many instruments. What is the point? There's one point, they very clearly, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and other acharyas, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and all the acharyas, they say that what happens, all these new different instruments you bring, then the attention is diverted from hearing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is diverted to various other instruments. So the focus is on in chanting the Hare Krishna. So that's what one of the instructions that we receive. So we need to understand that. That's the whole point. Yeah, so yes.
Different instruments when they use in Kirtan Mela and different program, and then you see the competition becomes, among these musicians, who are playing instruments. Who will be the best, whether the flute player or the saxophone player or who is the best. It becomes a competition among them, and it becomes completely not at all is a kirtan. It becomes some music party.
Musical performance, yes.
Yeah.
Music party. And also there is one, in regard to that, there is an incident that happened. I think once there was in Mayapur, a music competition was once introduced in Srila Prabhupada. There different parties will come, they will come and then do kirtan, and another party will come, they will come and do kirtan. That was the first and last they had some program like that. It's kind of almost like a music competition. Prabhupada didn't allow that. Prabhupada didn't encourage that. So yeah, there can be many details of discussions on this, but for the Bhakta class, I just limit this program with some basic discussions. So the idea, we got the basic idea. The idea is Kirtan means to please the Lord, and specifically in the Hare Krishna movement, our idea of performing Kirtan is for pleasure of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Specifically, in the way Srila Prabhupada has taught us, the idea is to please Srila Prabhupada. In that way, if we please Srila Prabhupada as a pure devotee who knows the perfect path of pure devotional service, if we please him, then we are the safe path. Krishna will be pleased, the entire parampara will be pleased. So that's the whole point. Of course, there are a few other things, because of lack of time, not speaking. We will in other class we will touch these points specific to the dress etiquette, beards, and so many other things are there. Again, it's a big subject. So these things are also, as a kirtan, we need to be, when we perform kirtan, we need to be as in simple attire as a devotee. Not that again, even in the name of kirtan, we come to the bodily platform of life, then everything is lost. So that's another point. So we will discuss few other things in another class. So we will stop here. We will again continue. We will meet on Monday morning. We will continue. Tomorrow is Sunday. We have the Sunday programs. So Monday morning again we will meet, and we will be moving to a new topic. We will discuss on the another important aspect of Krishna consciousness. We will discuss on cleanliness and many other aspects in regard to cleanliness and our daily habits, our morning, right from morning to night, what are the different activities we do and how we do, and many other things. And in another class, we will discuss, when we speak about the melodies and pronunciation like that, we will touch upon some other points as well. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.